While learning elements, you will learn whether it is a normal or void or RC detail. You cannot ask like, is there any point to recognize that this is void, this is not void? It's not like that. When you learn about an element, we have to learn whether it is a void element or normal element or RC data. You have to remember there is no other blindfolded marks, right? That means you cannot ask like how to remember. How to remember your problem. You cannot ask like how to remember. You have to remember, right? That means you should know the element and its behavior. Okay. There, and very important is these which editor we are using. Visual Studio Code editor we are using. So this any editor in the world is not designed for HTML. There is no editor in the world which is designed for HTML, but they can use HTML. They can use HTML. That means there is no editor in the world. So which is designed specially for HTML. So that is the reason you see, suppose I am typing John. With an angle bracket, I am typing John. Is there any tag called John? Then it puts an end tag. Why? It doesn't know anything. It simply have a blind pre-program. Pre-program is nothing but anything in angle bracket, treat it as a tag. Right? You say XYZ, it will say XYZ tag. That means there is no tag called John. Then why it is showing an end tag? That is pre-programmed. So that is the reason don't depend on the help. You take help, but don't depend on the help. That will not be successful every time. You have to remember, you have to know and use them. Right? Help is good, but we can't depend on that. Right? So technically, HTML have 5 types of elements, right? Now we will see how to use the elements and design a page. So now we will see how to create a HTML page. For that structure of HTML page, we will see the structure. HTML page structure. How to design a HTML page. First thing, every static page must have the extension .html or .htm. Every static page must have extension .html or htm. That is the first basic rule. Suppose I want to add a HTML page. So I delete this here. Okay. And now you see we have 2 folders, public and SRC. And I am adding here a new file. And any name you can give, but which page is called as startup page? Index. And extension can be HTM or it can be HTML. Now the question actually is, what is difference? That means in many interviews they may ask, what is difference between HTML and HTM? There is no difference actually. Both are same. There is no technical difference at all. Then why you have 2 extensions? That is nothing but both are same. Only the concept about HTML is depends on software which you are using. For example, how to design a web page. You saw that we are using Visual Studio Code. But we can design a web page using MS Office also. A simple MS Word is also used for designing web pages. There are hundreds of softwares used for designing web page. After all, just in MS Word also can design web page. For example, see, this is MS Office. This is MS Word. In MS Word, I am typing some sentence. Welcome to HTML. So, welcome to HTML. So, it is a markup language. So, it is used for presentation. Like this, I am typing something. And after that, I selected, MS Word, how it works. I'm using some font size. I'm using some center. I'm using some bold, some color, and others, some font size and some color. Like this, I just applied some effects for them. Okay. Now, generally, how you save MS Word file save. Usually, MS Word files will have docx. You see, when I am saving the MS Word file here, save. When I am saving, you can see here, it is asking what on desktop I will save. I will save as welcome, that is the file. But here, save as type. Here you can see it is having so many types. In that you can observe there is a web page type. That means you can save as a web page. Many of you don't know. That means for you MS Word is just a documentation. Right? That means we can design a web page using MS Word. Now what happens is I selected web page. What is the file name given? Welcome. Then according to type you selected, automatically some extension should be given to it. Extension should be given to it. Then what happens is, I hope you learned some computer basics. So generally, file name in general computer technologies will have two parts. File name have two parts. We call as primary and secondary. Primary name, another one is secondary. Secondary or people call as extension name. Secondary or extension name. And actually, as per the rules of operating system, primary name can be 8 characters or maximum 255 characters. 8 is command line limit. 255 characters is graphical limit. That is the rule for file name. And extension name can be maximum 3 characters. 3 characters as per command line rule, and extension name these days can be any lengthy. Any lengthy name you can give because of Windows operating system allows now. Earlier it is maximum 3 characters only. It will not allow more than 3. Even today, all softwares, many softwares follow the standards. They follow the standards. You may not know about it, but several softwares will follow the standards while giving file names. Then what happens according to standard, file name you given as welcome. As per the standards, extension is what? HTML, but 3 characters only allowed. Then it will stop at HTML. Will every software will do like that? No. Some softwares will allow lengthy names, but some softwares as per standards they will take. That is the reason HTML is okay, HTML is okay. For example, actually pictures. You have .jpeg, but they will have JPG also. Both are same. But some softwares when publish pictures, they publish a lengthy name. Some follow standards. In that case, they will be only